guys. They do magic. They are the Magic Guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 230 of the Magic Guys. Can you believe it? I'm Josh Nombito. I'm one of your three hosts today. And to my left, we've got Doug Kahn.
What's up, Internet? Hello, Magic Nerds. Welcome to our Magic Party.
And down below, we've got my fellow beautiful bald man. It's Nick K.
What's up, fellow bold magicians? Nick K in the house. Welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah. So this is the podcast where us as professional, busy working magicians answer your questions. We jam, we talk with the community, we interview fun guests, which we have a lot of coming up over the next coming weeks. And to kick off today's episode, we want to throw it right to our community. We have a speak pipe, which if you're new to the pod is a place where you can leave a voicemail in the form of a question for us to answer. And you can do that by clicking the link below or go to speakpipe.com/the Magic Guys. Today's one comes from JT. Let's see what JT is up to.
Hello there. I'm the Southpaw Magician, and I'm just wondering, when you guys go ahead and learn a trick and, like, say you don't quite know where it was in a random book or somewhere, or you make a trick, or you just like learn a whole bunch of different tricks and, you just want to be able to remember them. What do you guys typically do? Do you record yourself? Do you write them down in the book? What is the best way, in your opinion, to remember these tricks? Like for myself, I'm learning a whole bunch of different like card tricks that I'm doing, that I'm practicing. But then like it's been a little bit since I've actually practiced those tricks specifically, and so now I'm having a hard time remember what they were, and so I'm just wondering what you guys' opinion on that is.
Thank you, JT. I guess it's something we don't think about. We're always learning new magic, but do you keep a roster of them or not? I mean, my answer is I kind of find it to be the natural sifter of like what's good for me and what isn't. I'll just naturally forget. So I'm actually just forgetting stuff because I'll learn magic, and if it's sort of like an okay trick, but it's not really hitting hard in my repertoire, it'll naturally fizzle out. And I'll look back at videos from like 5 years ago and be like, oh yeah, I remember I used to do that thing, but it's kind of been replaced by something newer that fits me better. So I do kind of let myself naturally forget, but Doug can't forget. He has the memory of an elephant. What do you like, Doug?
I like your approach, survival of the fittest. It's nice when you can, get out there and do the routines in the wild. Here's the short answer. We only need like 5 to 10 tricks. Play in the playground, have a great time, and what Josh just said will happen. If you want to remember things, I always tell developing magicians, think of things in three, routine of 3 things, and then routine those 3 things together and maybe to a 9-thing routine if you need to. You can remember things in chunks of 3, beginning, middle, end, and then you have at least an anchor to add or subtract things into that routine. So there's some input.
Well, I tend to keep a spreadsheet of my routines, and I categorize them as to what they're actually to be used for.
I bet that's a big spreadsheet, huh?
You
can
bet.
only imagine.
It's enormous because it also includes things that I'm working on, as in works in progress, and things that aren't quite there yet. But the good thing about doing that as well is that you can add information on what those routines are used for, and more importantly, also how long they are. Sometimes you're asked to do a 10-15-minute spot, depending on the location or whatever sort of restrictions the venue might have. You can look at your spreadsheet and it's just a reference point for you to not have to overthink or be, slow down the thought process with the paralysis by analysis. You've got documentation of what you actually do. And that was advice that I got from Teller. So I've been sticking to that ever since. Yeah.
Damn, I was going to disagree with you until you mentioned Teller, and now I'm going to do that too now. Perfect.
The notebooks the guys are mentioning in the chat, write it down is the best advice ever. Certainly a spreadsheet works, but if you take pen to paper and write that thing down, you'll remember at least something about it more readily.
Yep. And another thing you should use a notebook for to write down is magic history and trivia, because you never know when you're going to pop into an episode that's going to require you to retain some of that knowledge. And I think today, thanks to our boy Nick here, we have a trivia. Oh, wait. A trivia extravaganza episode for you guys. We do it live, so, you know. That's
right, fellas. Look, we've had a lot of deep, serious conversations. There's been a lot of controversy about
what was there,
like controversy and everything else about we shouldn't be hanging out with whatever the hell. But you know what? I think in the spirit of magic, let's have some fun and let's learn a little something. So, are you in the Kahoot, Josh? Because I only see Doug.
I'm sure I am. Let me click back to it.
All right. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, it says I'm in, and while we're chatting, we'll explain what that is too.
Okay, so guys, we're going like I thought like we could just do a vocalized type of Q&A, but because everything's multiple choice question that we're presenting this evening, I figured that this might be difficult because there's going to be 4 options for every answer. Rather than having to repeat myself and say, "Oh, what was A again?" I've put it into a Kahoot, and we are going to test the knowledge of both Josh Nabito and the illustrious Doug Kahn to see who has the greater magic knowledge of the magic guys. So,
and by the way, Kahoot is an outside app to the StreamYard that allows us to have this multiple choice. Just so you know.
And assuming this goes well and we have fun, we can expand this potentially in the future to allow more participants, perhaps from the chat. This is a pricey software, but we're running it on the cheap today to test drive this bad boy and see how this thing plays out.
Exactly right. And so it's an opportunity for you guys who are watching or listening on the pod, just to play along and learn a little magic on the way. So, gentlemen, start your brains. Shall we begin?
Let's do it.
Here
we go.
The first section is called Who Fooled Who? Let's begin with question number 1. Who said the closer you look, the less you see? Was it A, Penn and Teller, B, Di Vernon, C, David Blaine, or D, Daniel Atlas from Now You See Me?
And Josh and I are answering these questions on our phone. So we have
reference.
Yeah.
And you both chose Penn and Teller.
It would be pretty wild eventually when we can have like the 100 people watching this. Sorry, the 15 people watching this play it live at the same time. It would be pretty rad. All right. So this one question, it jumped quickly because we did test this one question beforehand.
Thank goodness, because I missed it the first time around.
Yeah. So from now on, Doug and I have no idea, and obviously Nick is being the trivia master here. All right,
correct. And I think also the way you earn more points is the quicker you guys answer by pushing in your buttons. So it's not only a game of wits, but also a game of speed. Who's got the sharper brain? So let's move on to the next question. Ready, fellas? Okay, question number 2. Who was known as the man who fooled Houdini? Was it A, Di Vernon, B, Alexander Herman, B, Black Herman, or Chung Ling Soo? D. The answer is Di Vernon. Correct, gentlemen. Well done. What's that?
The professor, of course.
That is correct. Yes.
What's his real name? Do you know his real name?
David.
That's right. What's his middle name?
David Vernon.
Yeah.
Bonus points for the middle name.
Oh, good question. It starts with M?
W.
Damn. I remember the shape. I
think his last name was Werner, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah. Well, I do know that
there it is. Stefan got it. David Wingfield Werner, and
there
it was
go.
Werner. We're all learning more than we thought we'd learn tonight.
So this is the thing. So I'll tell you what. How about after each answer, I give you guys some cool tidbits. So let's press on. The next question is: which magician died performing the bullet catch trick? Was it William Ellsworth Robinson? Was it Charles Morit? Or C, Paul Daniels? Or D, Chun Ling Soo?
I think I should pause before giving my answer because once we both give our answer, it just tells us who it is. So I'm going to build the suspense, and now I'm going to put in this one. All right.
The answer is Chung Ling Soo, correct. So he was actually fatally shot when the gun malfunctioned, and ironically, he was an American pretending to be a Chinese person. So, Doug, with a 3 out of 3 streak, well done. Let's keep that fire rolling. Next question is, what was Houdini's real name? Was it Emil Horwitz? Was it B, Edward Huis? Was it C, Harry Huis? Or was it D, Eric Huis?
I see why he changed his name. These are all very hard to pronounce.
Yeah. The correct answer is Eric Huis. Well done. And the person who got that correct was Doug with a 4 out of 4 streak. He was actually born Eric Huis. He was born in Budapest. And the reason he changed his name to Harry Houdini was because he was inspired by the French magician Jean-Eugène Robert Houdin.
Did you miss the question, Norbito? Did you miss one? Because you took your time.
Yeah, I'm taking my time just so everyone in the chat gets a chance to type in their answer as well. But I did hit the answer. I just got it wrong.
Oh, loser. Too bad.
I'm here. I'm about the community, okay? I'm not about trying to show how big of a nerd I am.
Next question. Which magician helped expose fraudulent spiritualists in the 1920s? Was it A, Harry Blackstone, B, Dante, C, Alexander, or D, David Abbott?
Interesting.
No idea. Can I phone a friend real quick?
You got 4 seconds.
I'm kind of stumped.
Yeah.
The correct answer is David Abbott. That's right.
Let's go.
Yes. David P. Abbott wrote Behind the Scenes of Mediums, Exposing Tricks by Fake Psychics. He was a brilliant, brilliant person. Next question. Which magician famously made the Statue of Liberty disappear? Was it A,
David Blaine,
B, Doug Henning, C, Chris Angel, or D, David Copperfield?
There's no David Blaine. Oh, no. Just pretending like I don't know the answer.
Okay, there we go. Honestly, I want to get Stefan in here with us answering questions, but maybe next time.
Yeah, the answer was Copperfield, which he did using a very clever stagecraft and misdirection, which was televised in 1983. Next
like
question.
A boss.
Who was Adelaide Herman? Was it A, a pioneer female magician known as the Queen of Magic? Was it B, a famous magician's assistant? C, Houdini's manager? Or D, the first female member of the Magic Circle? The correct answer, the pioneer female magician known as the Queen of Magic. Yes, see, Adelaide Herman took over her husband's act after his death and became a headlining magician in her own right. It's quite a remarkable story. I have written a history lesson on her, so if you do want to hear about it, let us know, and we will do a history lesson telling you all about the amazing Adelaide Herman. Next
no doubt. She was a breakthrough, this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Next question. Which magician is credited with inventing the soaring a woman in half illusion? Was it A, Dante, B, Thurston, C, P.T. Selbit, or D, Keller?
I feel like we brought this up on an episode once, didn't we?
Yeah.
We've brought it up many times.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not helping me right now, though. Okay.
The correct answer
Norbito, come on. Be gooder, Norbito. Someone needs to go back to history class.
The correct answer, if I may, is P.T. Selbit, who debuted the illusion in 1921. And others adapted it to be far more dramatic and gorier, but definitely was the first creator of that. Next question.
I've recently had the pleasure of hearing David Copperfield talk about this man in his museum, so I had a heads up. Anyway.
What is the Magic Castle is the question, friends. Is it A, a magician's retreat in the UK? Is it B, a theme park magic show? D, C, a members only club in Hollywood, or a Las Vegas show? The answer D. The answer is, of course, a members only magic club in Hollywood.
I hit the wrong button.
You muffed that one?
Oh.
Doug did that on purpose. He's trying to let me catch up a little bit.
No,
I appreciate it.
Look, I'm half blind. I can't see
Well,
too good.
what did you pick?
Magic Circle. I
The
thought it
Magic
was a
Circle.
magician's retreat in the UK. I thought it was the Magic
Oh.
Circle.
You know
No,
what
it's
I'm feeling here? This is
what?
great. We're doing. It's great we're doing this version, but I feel like after today, I think we're gonna. If it's always two people, this should be. I think two of whoever the audience feels like are the best history people. It should be them versing each other and us
I agree.
commentating.
We were talking about different ways to do this. Like we said, this is a test run, and we
For
can have that
future, yeah, this
conversation
is-
after the show. Okay, moving on. So
I love
Let's
this
keep
podcast.
it professional, like we
Jesus
always
Christ.
do.
Okay.
Sorry for commentating on this. Commentary
Which
podcast.
magician's act included producing and manipulating doves, often while appearing slightly drunk? Was it A, Lance Burton, B, Doug Henning, C, Max Malini, or D, Cardini?
Yes, I fondly remember Doug Henning's drunk act. Is so good. Let me just put that answer in there. Oh,
And the
I
correct
hit the Cardini
answer
button.
is the Cardini, whose elegant act features flawless sleight of hand while acting slightly inebriated. Also complete with performing with white gloves and a monocle like the Monopoly guy. Next question. Which magician wrote the classic magic text Modern Magic? Was it A, Jean Hugard, B, David Devant, C, Professor Hoffman, or D, Robert Houdin? And the correct answer is C, Professor Hoffman, which Modern Magic was released in 1876 and was one of the first major books revealing the conjuring methods. The current scores are down to Doug with a staggering lead of over 8,000 points, where Josh trailing not far behind with just over 6,000 points. On to the next question. Okay, well, that's the first segment down. The next section is going to be called Obscure but Legendary. So I found some pretty interesting questions. Very obscure, very old. Are you guys ready?
Born ready, baby.
Let's do it. The first question is, who was the first magician to levitate a person on stage? Was it A, John Neville Masculin, B, Robert Houdin, C, Horace Golden, or D, William Davenport? You have 10 seconds. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep,
This could be a trick question.
No. You guys both got it wrong. The correct answer is A, Masculin, who debate.
Oh my God.
Yes, we had a conversation about this when we interviewed Masculin's son, the war magician, where this was a trick that he done back in the 1860s, long before it became a staple in the stage magic realm. So I'm glad we're all learning a little something today, my friends. Are you ready for the next question? Here we go. Which magician was nicknamed the White Mahatma? Was it A, Harry Keller, B, Howard Thurston, C, Samir Baldwin, or D, Chandu? These are obscure and they are difficult. You have 7 seconds remaining.
I like it though. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Well, that's great. You both got the answer wrong. The correct answer is Harry Keller. Harry Keller adopted the nickname during his Eastern-themed magic tours. And there we are. No points for either one of you guys.
All right.
On to the next question. Who was the first female magician to tour with her own full evening show in the early 20th century? Was it A, Pauline de Verve, B, Adelaide Herman, C, Tulma, or D, Del Odell? The correct answer is B, Adelaide Herman, as we just mentioned in the previous questions. Next question. Which magician was most famous for throwing playing cards with lethal precision? Was it A, Jack Gwen, B, Legrand David, C, Ricky Jay, or D, Bobby Baxter? Your answers, please. The correct answer, great gentlemen, the answer is Ricky Jay. anyone who's seen his performance, he was actually able to launch these cards into fruit, wood, and even flesh. And he literally wrote a book on it. The book, for extra points, is called Cards as Weapons. I expected more from you guys. Where are you at?
We have a copy on the shelf at Trick Supply, hardcover, $300.
Oof.
Despite that, I still suffer from short-term memory loss. Onward. I can remember Magic trivia pretty good. I'll accept that one question.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's again, these are very obscure and they're very difficult. So let's see how you guys enjoy these next ones. Here we go. Which magician popularized the concept of card to wallet trick? Was it A, Tony Corinda, B, Fred Capps, C, Al Karan, or D, Jack Kent Tiller? And you both got that one correct. The answer is Fred Capps. He turned it into his mainstream performance. I actually use Fred Capps's wallets. Totally represent. And you both got that one correct. Well done. Just an update on scores. Josh is on the prowl. He is he's getting right back up there again. Doug with 10,000 points and Josh just shy of 9,000 points. Let's go to the next question.
Pause. I want to shout out Steve Bellabo. He made it tonight. What's up, Steve?
Good to see you, Steve. Question for the master.
Roommate when I was 18.
Which magician famously performed in a tuxedo while underwater in a giant glass tank? Was it A, the Great Lafayette, B, Mr. Giovanni, the Subaquatic Sorcerer, C, the Great Thompsoni, or was it D, nobody? I made that shit up.
Was that an answer? I would have. Yeah. I so should have hit that answer.
Yeah, the answer was. Yeah, the answer in true Nick K fashion was nobody. I made it up.
Had I made it to that answer, I was busy thinking about my old buddy Steve Bellavo.
Well, this is where distractions happen in the field, buddy, and this is a game.
Man, I missed the best question of the whole thing.
Josh is on a streak with 4 correct answers, listeners, and we are approaching the end of the run. So let's boogie. Who created the famous Twisting the Aces routine? Was it A, Elmsley, B, Larry Jennings, C, Vernon? You guys.
What the hell is this? Vernon or Vernon? Oh, another Nick K bullshit.
Another Nick, yeah, correct.
Want my points back. That's not fair because Norbito missed it. I actually answered Vernon.
One of you answered Alex Elmsley and one of you answered Vernon, and then I also put Die Vernon just to throw you guys off. So I told you I'm gonna make this fun for me too. Now, look, even though the Elmsley count is what we use for the effect, it was Vernon that created the classic ace effect. So.
Now, let's be clear that Vernon created that after seeing Alex Elmsley's 4-card trick, which has cards reversing in a small packet, and it also has that transformation phase, which Vernon so eloquently used in his routine. And for Shizzle, if it wasn't for Alex Elmsley, we wouldn't have that routine today. But yeah, Vernon's the right answer. I want my points back.
Well, Josh is only trailing behind by 1,000 points. Let's go. Which magician was known for producing coins from thin air with a signature back and forth flourish? Was it A, Nate Leipzig, B, T, Nelson Downs, C, Slidini, or D, Pat Page? Oh, one of you got the answer correct, and that is T. Nelson Downs. That is correct. He was known as like the king of coins of his time, and that is one of the most beautiful flourishes that I, as a coin guy, use regularly. So well done.
Did you really answer Slidini on that one? I'm going to start mocking your wrong answers, Josh.
Yeah, I got no idea. So all I can do is try and answer faster.
Right.
No result there, Josh?
Some points.
That's fine.
Okay, we're almost at the end of the round, so hang in there, fellas, and we'll take a breather. Here we go. Which of these magicians was known for mentalism and a bizarre mind-reading act involving sealed envelopes? Was it A, Doug Henning, B, Leonard Green, C, Channing Pollock, or D, the amazing Kreskin? One chose Henning. The
That's not even, I can't even mock that. We had a Kreskin episode.
We did have a Kreskin episode, and that is correct. It was not Doug Henning. The answer was the amazing Kreskin, which was a thought reading. It's it involved very little sleight of hand, as well as I can say about that. So
I don't know that Doug Henning never even pretended to read minds. He was master of the material.
I will say I've watched like hardly zero content of both of those magicians, so I think that's why. I got
Kids these days don't know where they come from.
Well, that's what it's about, friends. You got to know where you came from to know where you're going. I think this is the last question before the round wrap.
If Doug wasn't wearing rainbows, you're not wearing a baseball cap when you're performing. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I did pick him,
we'd all still be in tuxedos.
I was rooting for him. I picked Doug, but he didn't come through.
It was a good wrong answer.
Yeah. And it was cool to see the Doug Henning collection at Magic Live as well. So that was
man,
a beautiful little privilege to be a part of. So, okay, we have one more before we take a short break and jump back into it. So, last question. Here we go. It's worth double points. So, whose show ended up with a rotating mirror illusion revealing all the assistants in the show were the same person? Was it A, Victor Voitko? Was it B, Doug Henning? C, David Devant? Or D, nobody? I made that up.
I think we know the answer here.
Fool me once, shame on me.
The answer is correct. Nobody. I made that shit up. So, yeah, but I still think it's a good idea. So, I deserve some credit there.
That is a great idea. I thought I was thinking Devant till I saw D as an answer.
Yeah. But it's a cool idea, right?
It is a cool idea.
Yeah, I thought so too. So, thank you. Now, Doug, you just hit another streak with 3 correct answers in a row. This puts you with a point score of 14,001 point. Josh trailing behind ever so slightly with 11,463 points. That is a pretty good hustle, gentlemen. Now, do we have any announcements before we press into the next half of the show?
I would like to apologize in advance for the trouncing Norbito's about to get.
Shots fired.
Well, I will say, like, do make it a point to message us or comment on this video if you like this format, because this is obviously a trial form of episode that Nick has put a lot of effort into. So if you're listening to this on Spotify and you're like, oh, I like this, do let us know. And if you don't like it, please also let us know, because we're here trying to make the bestest stuff for you guys. So before I go in and beat Doug, I just wanted to let you know that you can tell us your honest opinion.
Yeah, I think it would be fun to have 3 contestants and have the audience play along. So like 3 live contestants, meaning like you 2 guys plus a guest. I think that would be a really fun time, And if the guest beats us, they now get to take our place as host of the. Oh, that's funny. Whoever loses their job.
It's the retirement match.
Yeah, whoever loses gets to stop paying the expenses of the podcast.
Okay. Yep. Okay, gentlemen, take a sip of your coffee, take a deep breath, and charge your brains up because it's gonna get interesting.
All right, I'm ready for this. Let me guess. Section 3 is Australian magic history.
Well, this one I call "Who Said This Quote," in which I will be presenting a few sayings that should be pretty,
I like it.
Yeah, pretty common ground for most magicians. But the question remains: who said it? Let's start with the first one. Here we go. The question is: Who said a magician is an actor playing the part of a magician? Was it A, Ty Vernon, B, Houdini, C, Robert Houdin, or D, Orson Welles? And you both got that one correct. The answer being Robert Houdin. It's a legendary quote from Robert Houdin, who shaped modern magic as we know it. Well done to you both for getting that one correct.
Yeah, he was the link to Doug, because he's the one that put the tuxedo on.
Now, who said Magic is the only honest profession. A magician promises to deceive you, and he does so. Was it A, Darren Brown, B, Ricky Jay, C, Teller, or D, Penn Jillette? Unfortunately, gentlemen, the answer is Ricky Jay, and you both got that answer
Oh my
wrong.
God.
Yes.
What did you pick, Doug?
Teller.
Yeah. Ricky Jay actually said it in an interview, and it's been reflecting in our philosophy ever since.
Now that you say that, I do recall that.
Yeah.
I see him saying those words.
Yeah, it was an interview for the notes I have here about elegant cons and performances. So that is
I think that's in his biography. If you see, he's done a couple full-length features. Boy, that's a good question that I can't bring an answer to. The Ricky Jay, it's like a biography of Ricky Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Deceptive practices. There we go. Deceptive practices.
Okay, now this is going to
I
be.
think that quote's in there.
Well, this is going to be a bit of a tricky one, so take your time with it, friends. So here we go. The question is, who said, if you don't believe in magic, you'll never find it?
Santa.
Was it A, Paul Daniels, B, Roald Dahl, C, Lance Burton, or D, Doug Henning? If you don't believe in magic, you'll never find it.
Wasn't this the Good Witch of the West? Where is she? She's not on here. I'm going to go with this.
Now, one of you got it correct. All right, one of you chose Doug Henning. That is incorrect. The correct answer is actually Roald Dahl. Now, while not a magician, Roald Dahl's quote is believed by magicians and often printed in posters and books and on merchandise. So, Roald Dahl being the famous author of which book for extra points?
Tell me.
I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know. I just know that.
Josh, how did you know that?
Oh, I just knew that's the one I didn't know of, so it was probably him.
Oh, I like your style.
Right. Here's a very easy. The next one's an easy one. I expect you both to jump in at breakneck speed. Are you ready for this? Here we go. The question is, who said confusion is not magic? Was it
Nick Kay,
Eugene Berger, B, Juan Tamariz, C, Max Maven, or D, Harry Lorraine?
What?
Oh,
what?
Damn it. I definitely clicked too early. Damn it.
Guy Vernon said that.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those answers?
Juan Tamariz.
Wanda Marie said that?
The hell. Well, at least
Tamariz
Josh missed it too. Pretty sure Vernon said that, but he probably copied Tamariz, so whatever.
Well, you know, sometimes it be like that.
Vernon's going to Vernon.
Okay. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. I feel like, Doug, I'm going to put my money on you for this one. So let's throw it out.
I hope it's a Marlowe question.
Close. But the question is, who said it's not the trick that counts, it's the trickster? Was it A, Tommy Wonder, B, Eugene Berger, C, Slidini, or D, David Copperfield?
Damn it.
Answers are in, and the correct answer is Eugene Berger. That's right, who focused heavily on character, connection, and meaning in magic, which a lot of folks don't.
I almost hit number one. But then I know that in the performance of Close Up Magic, Eugene talks about the trickster, and I was like, it's Eugene.
Yep, and the answer is correct, my friends. Now,
by the way, great book.
Yeah, here's one of my favorites. Who said a sucker is born every minute? Was it A, Max Malini, B, Harry Houdini, C, the great Lafayette, or D, P.T. Barnum? The answers are in. The correct answer is P.T. Barnum.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
Have y'all watched The Greatest Showman, this movie with,
Hugh Jackman?
Greatest Showman. Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Yep.
You like it or not? I was going to watch it again. The wife said she didn't like it. What are your thoughts on this movie?
I care little for pop culture.
Yeah. Haters going to hate. What do you think, Josh?
Well, it depends what her alternative offer is of movie.
It's always this. Crime thrillers. Like I can't escape crime thrillers.
I'm not a fan of all the singing on Greatest Showman, but I like the movie.
Well, you're on my wife's side. I get it. Move on. I don't need your input anymore.
All right. Time for the next question, friends. Again, it's worth double points as we're nearing the end. And the question is, who said magic should not only fool the eye, but touch the heart? Was it A, Cyril Takayama, B, Justin Willman, C, Darren Brown, or D, Doug Henning? You have 9 seconds.
I think it's Doug.
Gentlemen, you both got it correct. The answer is Doug Henning, who believed magic as wonder, not just trickery.
Yeah.
Next question. Who said amateurs practice until they get it right? Professionals practice till they can't get it wrong. Was it
Everyone says
was it A, Johnny Thompson, B, Leonard Green, C, Tony Slidini, or D, Di Vernon?
I feel like they all could have said this.
Yeah, I agree.
Someone said it first, and one of you got the answer correct.
Suck it, Doug.
That's
unfortunate, Doug.
Yeah, that's.
I deserve some of that. No problem.
Doug selected Johnny Thompson, but the correct answer was chosen by Josh Nobito, and the correct answer is Di Vernon.
That makes sense.
This quote is often used in magic lectures, especially in sleight of hand circles. So, well done to you.
Or for Vernon, it would have been the gaming table. He liked to study the real work, and for sure that quote applies to if you're cheating at cards.
Now, Josh making a comeback. He's just taking the lead.
Oh no!
Let's go.
Things just got serious.
That's right. The current standings are Josh Nobita with 20,429 points, and Doug trailing behind with 20,291 points. So it's anyone's game, my friends, but Josh making the comeback. Let's see what the next question is. Here we go. Who said the hand is quicker than the eye? Your choices are A, nobody knows. B, Houdini. C,
I fell for it too.
Professor Hoffman, or D, Mark Wilson. You both chose Professor Hoffman, and the true answer is that nobody knows.
Wait, I clicked nobody knows, but it said the answer is Professor Hoffman.
What's going on here?
You guys
we both chose nobody knows, but it said the answer is Professor Hoffman.
Oh, okay. Well, you both got the same point, so it doesn't matter. Moving on.
Wait, you don't know your own questions?
Well, I got it here on my notes that it's nobody knows, but the computer says it doesn't matter. You still the same outcome. You both got it right. Moving on. Now, we are pressing on to what I believe is the final round. 10 questions remain. The points very close in nature, not more than 200 points separating them. In the lead, Josh Nobito.
What?
The next segment is titled Who Created the Card Move? Who created that card move?
Fuck.
Let's go.
Both you guys with amazing knowledge. Josh Nobito, with being the amazing sleight of hand artist he is, but does he know what he practices?
Is Marlowe going to be a choice on every single question? I hope so.
Not on everyone. Not on everyone, but
I bet the next one is Marlowe, but let's see.
Alrighty. Are you ready?
Ready.
The question is, and if you get this one wrong, I'm going to disown you. All right. The question is, for double points, who created the Elmsley Count? Was it A, Juan Tamariz, B, Marlowe, C, Di Vernon, or D, Alex Amley? Correct. The answer was Alex Amsley. He's a Scottish magician who created this false count, originally called the Ghost Count, for those who are wondering. Now, points
inspired by Ellis Stanion's I count. The EYE count was the precursor to the Elmsley count, if you need to know that.
Oh, that's a pro tip. See, we're sharing knowledge.
Ellis Stanion, there's no Elmsley count.
That's right. Now, keep it in mind, we're sharing knowledge, we're testing knowledge. There's a lot of pressure on you, boys. And, diamonds make pressure and also rubble. Let's see who's going to crumble under the pressure of the next question.
That'd be me. I'm sure if anyone would crumble, it'd be me. Sure.
Who was credited with popularizing the double lift as a core sleight of hand? Was it A, Di Vernon, B, T. Nelson Down, C, S.W. Erdnase, or D, Marlowe? One of you got to correct. The answer was Di Vernon.
Marlowe let me down. God damn
it. It's all right, buddy. You're doing pretty good because it was Vernon who actually helped refine and spread the use of the double in close-up magic. So let's have a look at them. Oh, Doug has just taken the lead. He answered quick too. All right. Now this next one. This is going to be interesting. Now, friends, this is a double point scenario, so you don't want to get this one wrong because the question is, who created the snap change? Was it A, Ed Marlowe, B, Paul Harris, C, John Hugard, or D, okay, Ed Marlowe twice. Oh, the answer was Ed Marlowe. That's great.
Oh, come on. But we clicked the wrong Ed Marlowe and got it wrong.
And I clicked it faster, so I deserve an extra 0.3 points.
Yeah, it was Ed Marlowe. Here? I don't know. I didn't have anyone to practice this with when I created
Finally got Marlowe as an answer. Now we lose.
Well, you guys did great. Next question is, and this is going to be interesting actually, because it's sort of torn between two people from what I was told. So I committed to this answer, which I do believe is the correct one.
Nick K's rewriting magic history live on YouTube tonight.
The question is, who developed the classic pass? Was it A,
is that a question?
Eugene Robert Houdin? Was it B, Nate Leipzig? Was it C, S.W. Erdnase, or D, Jonathan Hofzinser?
Damn.
You both got it incorrect because the correct answer is S.W. Erdnase. Now, while version 3 dated, Erdnase documented and detailed the past in Expert at the Card Table. So that's why.
Yeah, Erdnase, but go look at Modern Magic. It's not in there.
Under great detail.
I don't know. It might not be, but I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. And look, I'm here to set the world afire. So but here's another a pass question. So let's see how you guys go with this one. So get your brains ready.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd rather grumble about your choice of answers for who.
Well, this is going to be definitive, so you're not going to be upset about this one because the question is this. Get your buttons ready.
Moving on.
The question is, who invented the bluff pass? Was it A, Jimmy Grippo, B, Di Vernon, C, Larry Jennings, or D, Bill Malone? You have 13 seconds. What?
Really?
Yeah, you don't know this one?
I think I do. I don't think the answer's on here.
Well, friends, you both got it wrong. The correct answer is Larry Jennings created this clever move that simulates the past without actually executing one.
Cool.
I'm waiting for
okay, whatever you say, Dick. I can't wait to read your book up the history of card magic.
I'm just waiting for one of you to get mad about it to see if the chat's on fire.
The question should be, who does Nick think invented the bluff pass?
I was looking to make sure Marlowe wasn't on the list twice, and then he wasn't on the list once. It's a Marlowe technique. Richard Kaufman probably published The Real Truth and gave it to Larry Jennings, but for Christ's sake, the bluff pass is Marlowe.
Oh, well.
You're talking about lifting the top card as the whole pack? That's the bluff pass.
Yeah.
This idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Marlowe.
All right. Look, Doug, you are still currently in the lead with 24,009 points. Josh trailing behind.
Winning.
That's right. So you're on 24,009 points. Josh trailing behind on 22,313 points. It is still anyone's game.
I'm going to press C for the next answer, no matter what the question is, just so everyone knows.
I love that. Right. I'm over here trying to reference the bluff pass.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay. The question is for double points. Who invented the invisible turnover pass?
Oh, my God.
A, Steve Duran. B,
don't do it. Don't.
Guy Hollingsworth. C, Ken Krenzel, or D, Derek Dingle. And you both got it wrong. Sorry, it was Steve Duran. That's right. He combines the sleight of hand and misdirection with elegance. It's a beautiful thing. But Again, I wasn't going to make this easy. Okay. In fact, I was intending to make it annoying and upset you guys. And
Stefan, if you're out there, jump in and help me stop this madness.
And the thing was, Kahoot wouldn't let me make up trick questions. So you guys are lucky. Because remember last time when we did
it have been Steve Drawn, though. No.
Yeah.
He had the midnight shift, but that wasn't. I digress. I'm still winning, right? Can we move on?
You're still winning. Let's move on to the next question. There's only 3 questions left, lads. So brace. Actually, maybe
I hope it's more questions about the pass.
Brace yourselves. The question is double points. Who developed the one-handed top palm? Was it A, Leonard Green, B, Alex Elmsley, C, Edward Victor, or D, Ed Marlowe?
Come on, Marlowe. Don't let me down this time.
I guess it's Marlowe. I'm giving you a chance, Norbito.
While one of you got the answer correct, the answer is Edward Victor. That's correct.
Let's go.
Yes.
Man.
Yep. He introduced this slick move, allowing the palm with just a single hand. Props to him. Doug extending his lead by...
I think Doug's got it. I think it's pretty clear.
Anyone's game, buddy. I've got some annoying... Bro, I got annoying questions up ahead just to upset you guys. I always end the show with upsetting you guys when it comes to trivia. It's like my thing. Okay? Remember the truth or false one?
It could be like, this question could be worth 1,000,000 points, Josh. We don't know what's coming up.
That's right. Okay.
This is bullshit.
Next question. Who created the spread pass?
Who gives a fuck? No, sorry.
Was it
another pass question? Oh my God, it's not on here.
Was it A, Charlie Miller?
Come on, Marlowe.
Was it B, Steve Drawn? Was it C, Derek Dingle? Or was it D, Marlowe? Who was it?
I don't even want to push a button because the answer's not on there. I'm going to hit Marlowe. Whatever. It's Paul is the answer.
You both got it wrong. It's credited to Charlie Miller.
Really, though?
Yeah.
How about everyone go crack open the card magic of Paul? I'd be surprised if Miller published it before that, but whatever.
All right. All right. Well, okay. Well, this will be an easy one.
Miller's a genius. He might have had it before Paul had it. He might have put it in expert card technique, maybe. I don't know.
That's correct. Okay. Well,
Stefan has apparently left us. No backup in the chat. Stefan, where'd you go? I need some card expertise.
Okay. The next one will be interesting. Okay. You should be pretty comfortable with this one. So brace yourselves. And the question is, who is credited with inventing the side steal? Was it A, Marlowe, B, S.W. Erdnase? Was it C, Bill Goodwin, or D, Di Vernon? You have 11 seconds.
All right, I'm not picking Marlowe this time, but if it is, I'm leaving. I think.
Well, I believe that one of you got it correct because the correct answer is S.W. Erdnase.
Let's go.
And that is because it appeared in the expert at the card table, although Vernon later better refined it. So credit to you. Points to Josh, slowly catching up to Doug. Doug still currently with a 25,069 nice points, and Josh at 23,905 nice points.
Can we agree next time there's card magic questions, I write them? Where is Nate Lipzig in that question? I guess
if you want to, mate, you want to write a trivia, you go for it. But I'm gonna write a trivia, and I'm gonna put in a few things to upset just to brace yourself.
Is the side steal an expert?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I don't like that book that much, so it might be in there.
Well, that's on you, buddy. Okay.
It's a good book. It's a hard read. I don't like to work that hard.
Oh yeah, it's dry as hell, but it's only good fun. Next question. Here we go. There's only a couple more to go, fellas, so hang in there. Here we go. The question is, who created the top shot move that's shooting a card from the deck? Was it Paul Gertner? A. Was it B, Ricky J, C, Debbie Williamson, or D, Leonard Green? The correct answer being Leonard Green. Correct. Yes. Yeah, I think it was originally taught in these his Green Chaos VHS tapes, I think. So, props to Leonard Green on that one. That was last question. Question? Go on. We have a retort. Go on. Man yells at cloud.
I think he had it in lecture notes before the VHS. Probably. I think there was a Top Shot manuscript.
Probably.
Back when paper was a thing.
Yeah.
And dinosaurs roam the earth.
Yeah, the internet used to be on paper, kids. It's a wild, wild evolution. All right. Guys, I think it's our last question. Are you ready? All right.
Ready.
All right. So I have every confidence that Josh, you're going to do great in this one. So brace yourself. You ready, buddy?
Shut up.
All right. Now, look, the final the final question. The points are this. Doug with 26,981. Josh with 25,699. It is anyone's game. Here we go. Ready? The final question is, who created the Sybil cut? Was it A, Chris Kenner, B, Jerry? Oh, you guys answered it immediately. We had some options like Brian Trudeau. We also had options like Dan and Dave Buck, but you both nailed it with breakneck speed, and you both got it correct. It was Chris Kenner, who taught the Sybil cut.
And surprisingly, you two got the answer correct this time.
Yeah.
Yes, it was introduced in his book Totally Out of Control, which was released in 1992 and became the foundation of modern card flourishing. So props to him.
That's right.
Yeah.
The boss.
And inspired people like the Buck twins and beyond. So this is the podium. In third place, me for making the crap up. So, and then Josh answering 20 correct out of 41 questions, and Doug answering 25 questions correctly out of 41, giving him first place, our first winner, and first place of the very first Magic Trivia by the Magic Guys. Please put your hands together for the illustrious Doug Kahn.
Thank you, both of you.
Wait, go back. I want to click that give feedback button.
That was fun. That was fun. I really thought I was going to crush you, and this would not be fun because of it. But that was not a runaway. We were fighting for the win.
It is surprising how quickly you do become invested in winning. Like at the beginning, I was like, I just won't answer quickly so people do get a chance to play in the comments. And then 5 minutes in, I'm like, fuck the viewers, I'm winning. I'm clicking fast. Interesting. I would be really interested to see how our viewers go in future ones. Maybe we do one where it's like 10 minutes worth of questions and it's like, our viewers go head to head. It'd be cool to have like a running tally. I like it.
Well, look, there's a lot of potential with this particular software, and I thought, look, there is the opportunity to practice that it could be fun. And again, all we want to do ultimately is not only entertain you guys, but also educate you guys and give you an opportunity to learn something along the way and to debate things along the way as well. But it seems, but that is the purpose of what we do here. It's about exchanging knowledge and having a good time.
Yeah.
And trouncing Norbido.
I'm going to make a shirt saying I lost to Doug Kahn on Kahoot. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it goes to show that there is always going to be that notion of people pushing back against, no, I believe this person did it. No, I disagree. It happens in pretty much all types of culture. Like it's very prominent in like car race culture as well. People will arguably say, no. Ken Miles was the first person to ever get the Triple Crown because he was robbed of it. If you've ever seen the Ford,
while I was joking around there, I'm not saying like the answers are wrong because there is like lineage. I know like the palm change is in the expert at the card table. This could be considered a side steal action, and so you might have been nail on the head for some of those or many of those questions. But I think everyone needs to go look at the magic of Paul LaPaul.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah,
also,
the hop spread.
Yeah, and I'd love to be, if it creates discussion in the Discord, and if I was entirely wrong, then hey, man, I love that as well. You know what I mean? But as long as we're exchanging knowledge with each other, I think that's important. You know?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well, in our last couple of minutes, I do have just a funny gig story-esque from performing in the country over the weekend. If you guys have any other gig stories too. Just for the listeners, something to consider is I was hired to perform in this country town for like the whole 3 days. And one of the days I'm performing on a stage that's outdoors, and I get there and I can see, and I'll put this up in the Discord, but essentially there's like a risen big stage. Then there's a blocked off area that people can't go near because it's got speakers and stuff. Then there's like a big area where I guess people are being used for as a dance area for when there's music acts on. Then there's a road going through the town. Then there's another patch of grass, and then there's the seats where the audience are all sitting because it's near the outside bar marquee. Like that they're going to be watching my show from. So I watched these new friends of mine do a kid show to one person. There was one girl that walked all the way up across the road, went through the field, got to the front where the dance area was, and they went hard. But I was like, my magic show is going to die in the ass if I have to do a show for people that are, 30 meters away. So what I had to do was, the hour leading up to it was do roving magic for everyone at the bar area, and then say 10 minutes before, hey, I'm doing a whole massive thing on the stage, and everyone's going to bring their chairs and come all the way up and sit them right in front where the dance area is. And I was like, everyone's going to do it, so make sure when I announce it, come on over. And I said that to everyone, and thank God, everyone was like, oh, everyone's doing it. Okay, great. And so the whole crowd from the bar moved. The bar basically moved all the seating area to where the stage was. And thank God we had a good time and we did this show. But I was otherwise, because I'll send the video, it would have just been horrendous. So sometimes when you get there, you have the ability to change your surroundings and settings, because otherwise, if you just go with what they've set up, it can be a nightmare. So that was
Love that, man. Make it work.
That was my fun little win. Yeah.
And now we know. Now maybe someone out there will remember these wise words and be like, "Get your chairs over here."
Yeah, 100%. Walk up to them, say hi, do a bit of magic, and go, well, if you want to see more, and I think the inclusion of everyone's going to do it makes everyone go, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, great. In 10 minutes, we all move over there.
I was performing on the weekend, Saturday, and I met this really cool group of folks, and I asked, what do you guys do? And this one guy particularly is like, oh, I'm in mechatronics. And I'm like, what's that? He's like, robots and stuff. I'm like, sick. You ever build anything cool? It's like, yeah, I got like this robot arm and it does like all kinds of stuff. I'm like, for real? He goes, yeah, I'd like program it to like play chess and stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, can it and I start doing this like jerk off thing. And I'm like, does it fucking, and everyone just starts laughing. And he was like, and he thought about it, like he in the distance, and he went, I mean, yeah, it could. And
of course
everyone he was like, it could, and everyone just lost it. And I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna put my dong in a robot's hand, rip it clean off. That's out of control. But
I mean, that's your choice. Yeah, that's totally fair.
Well, some people be like that, but that was a fun exchange. So, yeah.
What about you, Doug? Have you fully recovered from Magic Live yet?
Yes, I've been rebuilding our humble magic shop, Trick Supply. I feel like it's, after dragging half the store to the dealer's room, we're getting it back in order and back to making new magicians. If there's been something exciting in my world recently, it's the wonderful amount of female magicians, aspiring young magicians that are coming into the store. And, I'm meeting some like 20-somethings that are into advanced card magic, and younger like teens coming in. And again, interested in developing their card magic skills. And it's great to see all the magic nerds, but certainly to be in an age where not only were we not wearing tuxedos and dunce caps, but now we're so cool that anybody can do this art form. It's not just the older men's club anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how it should be. You know, I would love to see more women in magic. I think it's just one of the coolest things.
What's happening?
I you know what? I find on our side of the planet, which is a little disheartening, that there's some kids that have been growing up through our junior program, and then they're just so on path to be absolute superstars, like comedy genius, the whole thing. And then they kind of hit 18 and just stop. And it's such a shame.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope that perhaps someday they might decide to come back to it. But
I see these people in the store regularly, you know, these 50-year-olds that, hey, I used to do this when I was 18, and then I went to college and I got sidetracked, and now that I have success in life and a family, I want to share this art with my children, and I'm reintroducing myself to it late in life. We can enjoy magic even in our 50s.
Yeah.
You know?
I think so. You know,
and so on.
Do you ever wonder, like, when you'll stop doing magic? Like, do you ever think about that? Like, do you ever think that, like, you'll have to stop someday?
No.
Me neither.
I mean, because I enjoy it on so many levels, I think even if my hands don't work, I'd still be involved in it somehow.
100%.
I'm halfway through reading Jonathan Goodwin's book, who was an amazing daredevil escape artist from the UK, and then since then has, you know, now confined to a wheelchair. And it's still remarkable the amount of output he has. And you know, at his lecture in Vegas, he was saying how he's like the happiest he's ever been. And I love that for him, like, so much, that even though he can't do stuff, he still loves creating, and nothing stops him. And it's so inspiring. Like, I'm so inspired by him, and we hope to share him with you guys in the very near future. So, Scotty wants to die in front of an audience of children in the true Tommy.
Yeah,
blaze of glory, baby.
That's the kind of comment I was waiting to see before we end the podcast. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening. It's time for us to disappear now. But we'll see you again on the next episode of The Magic Guys.